Okay, good evening, my dear. I'm here to give you your reading tonight in regards to your relationship. So, just a little bit about how this works. I'm not going to be telling fortunes or, you know, doing any mystical, magical things that we normally see on television. This is to help you focus your thoughts, your energy, your concentration on your current relationship, things that you are currently doing and your partner are currently doing or not doing that are affecting the relationship in a positive or negative way. So before I begin my readings, I always say a prayer. And this is just to make sure that there's no outside energy trying to influence this reading. I believe in a higher power. I don't like to put names on it because everyone calls the creator something different. So whatever it is that you believe in, if you believe in angels, if you believe in God or a creator or your spirit guides, whatever the case may be, this is the energy that is coming through. The cards just act as a tangible way for you to hear the messages that you've probably been hearing or seeing prior to coming to get this reading, but just sometimes it's hard to understand the messages when we're focused on the wrong things or focused on the issues rather than the solutions. So with that being said, I'm going to pull 11 cards. Cards 1, 3, 5, and 7. 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 represent you, and cards 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 represent your partner. Card 11, is for both of you. And I will describe to you the focus of each card, which each card represents. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied right now, so pay me no mind. So I'm going to go ahead and begin this reading, and I'll just show you the cards that I'm using. Simple cards, and there's just words on the back of them. And all these words represent things that we might want in a relationship or that involve or represent relationships on any level. So these are just, I guess, a catalyst or a medium to pulling your inner thoughts out and your inner emotions. So let's see what your angels and guides want you to know tonight. So card number 1 is going to be the heart of the matter and also the origin of the relationship, the reason why you got into this relationship in the first place. Card 1, self-love. So this is saying that you were seeking something, you were, in the beginning, you were seeking, that inner feeling of love, that over-encompassing love, that feeling of wanting to be loved. But perhaps I feel like you also entered into this relationship out of a sense of a false sense of security, because self-love comes from yourself, and you can't have another person cannot validate the way you feel about yourself. That all depends on you. So let's move to the next person. So card number 2, again, this is the same question. The heart of the matter, what brought this person to the relationship. Get to know each other. So this person is seeking a relationship or wanting a relationship, really interested in you. So I'll leave it at that for now. The other cards will kind of validate these first 2 cards. So card number 3, which represents you or your aspect, your view, is the underlying issue in the relationship. Turn it this way. Make the effort. So the underlying issue in this relationship for you, and this card came out upside down, so it normally means the opposite of what's on the card when it comes upside down. So the underlying issue here is that maybe you're not making enough effort. You expect relationship or a love life to be this boundless, wonderful thing, and that is just owed to you. But the fact of the matter is that any kind of relationship, whether it's with a lover, a friend, a family member, all relationships take time, especially if you're creating and building and wanting to build a strong relationship. You have to make the effort, and this means letting down your guard. Now, this is the hardest thing to do because obviously nobody wants to be hurt, and if you have been hurt times before, you can be very weary of trusting. But like I tell everybody else, you can't expect an open relationship, open love, and you're going in with a closed heart because you're afraid to let go, and be vulnerable and be open. Only when we're vulnerable is when we really make true progress, because we're not holding on anything, we're not holding back, and we're really letting that other person, or we're really showing ourselves how much we want the life or the things that we dream of, especially when it comes to relationships. So the underlying issue for the next person, for your mate, not the next person, card 4, is strength. This person is lacking strength in the relationship, and this is primarily, because of this. Also goes back to your card, even self-love. Self-love is definitely important in any relationship. If you don't love yourself, then it's going to be really hard for you to love somebody else truly, or more openly, I should say, and it's going to be hard for you to accept love. So for you, or I'm talking to your partner, and actually to both of you really, but the strength is going to come from being confident in yourself, being confident in knowing that you are worthy of love and you deserve it. Things take time. It feels like both of you expect something from one another, but you guys don't want to, not compromise, but reciprocate these actions. You want this person to be open, but you don't want to share your secrets, and this person is the exact same way. So when you get with somebody and you probably feel really strongly about this person, that's when you begin to argue because you're scared, and that's the bottom line. And it's okay to be afraid, but you have to work past that fear if you expect the relationship to hold up, or for there to be peace. So let's go and move on to the next card. Card number 5 is going to represent what needs to be released in order for you to understand the situation or the relationship. So this says slow down. So basically you need to, let go of any kind of ideas or expectations you have. Moving too fast. And slow down. You have to slow down and take time. And now this doesn't just mean slow down on a physical level. This means slow down on a mental level, emotional level. Very quick to fly off the hinges, I should say. You have to control your temper. If you expect for someone to respect you, you have to be able to be, what's the word I'm looking for? One, you have to respect yourself, and definitely respecting yourself is not being harsh or critical with yourself. It's not putting yourself down, and it's not hurting others just because you're insecure or you feel a certain way. Respect is being honest with yourself. So slow down. Don't be so quick to get emotional. Don't be so quick to become defensive. You can always ask questions. A lot of times couples don't talk to each other. They talk at each other, or they talk around each other. And this is where the issues come in, because then there's not really communication going on. It's just words being said. So keep that in mind. Let's move on to your partner. Same question. What needs to be released in order for them to understand this relationship? Examine your attitude. So the same thing. Both of you have a pretty snappy temper. So basically you need to start thinking about, and this is for your partner, both of you, start thinking about your attitude. It's easy to get defensive when you are uncomfortable, but you don't get anywhere. Then, the next day is, or the next couple of days, it's like nothing ever happened, everybody back happy, yay. But then the same issues keep coming up, and they keep coming up, and they'll keep coming up because nobody's really taking time to deal with them. Walking out, storming out, or leaving when you don't want to talk about it, or if it's not going your way, it's not going to solve anything. If you don't want to be there, then don't be there. But if you do, and you make a conscious choice to say, hey, I want to be with you, then this means that you have to get your shit together. There's no need for being defensive. You two are together, so you're gonna connect on an intimate level, and that requires that requires patience, that requires calm and being level-headed. If you're being led by your emotions, then you're just gonna keep getting what you're given. So consider your attitude in this stance, and also the attitude that you keep about yourself. If you don't think that you're worthy of love or relationship, or if you feel like, well, they're just gonna mistreat me anyway, it defeats the purpose of being in any relationship. But those are just insecurities because you've been hurt before, or you've been the person that's been doing the bull, and now you're afraid to feel that same pain that you might have inflicted on others in the past. But the bottom line is that none of that is important now. But right now, what matters is what you're doing in the present, and it's on a negative tone. So you want to switch up your attitude a bit. Start thinking about the positive things, the things that you like about yourself, the things that you would like to see happen for yourself, and then go from there. So the next card is for you, and it's going to represent what you need more of to understand this relationship or the situation. Energy. So you need more energy. Energy is more than just not feeling tired or not feeling sleepy. Energy comes from everywhere in your life. Everything that's around you and exhibits a sort of energy. So if you are constantly, we'll talk about on a personal level first, because that's most important. If you're constantly thinking negative things about yourself, or about a situation, or about anybody, anything in general, then you drain your energy because you have to put so much focus and effort into that. The body recognizes negative energy, negative words, negative thoughts, negative actions as toxins. So that means that your body is working like it's working to get rid of the flu, or get rid of a cold, or whatever other sickness that is commonly, brought on by poor health habits. So this is something to keep in mind. If you feel tired, exhausted, mentally exhausted, it's because you're exhausting yourself. Give yourself a break. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to always be right. You don't have to do everything for yourself. A part of being in a relationship is learning to work together. There are some things mentally you just need to let go of because they're not important. What you do need to focus on, though, is the things that you're doing, your personal habits and behaviors. Are they helpful for you? Do they make you feel good, or do they make you feel bad? Do you feel energized after these activities, or do you feel drained and tired? If, put two and two together. If you feel bad, then it's probably not good for you. So let's move on to the next card, and this will be for your partner. The same question: what do you need more of to understand the relationship? Emotional healing. So this person needs emotional healing. That means, like everything I just said, your attitude, those negative thoughts, those fears that you have from the past. It's not important. If you get with somebody new, it don't make sense at all in any form to compare them to the last person you were with, or the last few people you were with, because they're different. They're a different